Here, in the heart of the Mojave Desert, a city rises from the dust. It is a spectacle of human ambition, a beacon of light that can be seen from space. Las Vegas. The very name conjures images of impossible fortune, of dazzling displays and relentless celebration. The air itself seems to hum with energy, a constant thrum of electricity and excitement that promises a world without limits. The lights pulse in a hypnotic rhythm, painting the desert sky with colors unseen in the natural world. They climb impossibly high, towers of glass and steel that seem to scrape the very stars. This is the dream, sold to millions. But every light, no matter how bright, must cast a shadow, and the shadows here are long and deep. They stretch out from the base of the glittering towers, creeping into the forgotten corners of the city. They lie in the spaces between the dream and the reality. It is in these quiet, overlooked places that a different story unfolds, one that is rarely told. Away from the roar of the crowds and the chime of the machines, another world exists, a world that is just as much a part of this city as the neon signs that define it. The desert winds carry whispers, not of luck, but of survival. Look closer, peer beyond the brilliant facade. The shimmer on the horizon is not always a promise of paradise. It can be a mirage, a trick of the light and heat. The city presents itself as a monument to success, a place where fortunes are made in an instant. Yet, for many, it is a place where fortunes are lost just as quickly. The same forces that build these grand structures can also leave people adrift. The city's gravity pulls people in, but it does not always offer a place to land. And so, many find themselves on the edges, living in the stark contrast of its blinding light and its profound darkness. The desert does not judge. It simply is. It was here long before the first foundation was poured, and it will remain long after the last light flickers out. It watches the city's relentless expansion with an ancient patience. The cold desert night air wraps around the edges of the sprawl, a silent reminder of the vast, unforgiving wilderness that surrounds this island of light. This is a landscape of extremes. Extreme heat, extreme cold, extreme wealth, and extreme poverty. It is a place where the line between having everything and having nothing is thinner than a playing card. If you found this glimpse into the hidden side of Las Vegas intriguing, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Join us as we continue to uncover the stories that lie beneath the surface. Beneath the city, another landscape exists, a hidden network of arteries, unseen by the millions who walk the streets above. These are the storm drains and flood channels, carved into the earth to protect the city from the rare but powerful desert downpours. They are vast concrete arroyos, stretching for hundreds of miles. During a storm, they become raging rivers, a torrent of water rushing towards Lake Mead. But most of the time, they are still. They are quiet. They are empty. And they are home. The entrance to this underworld is often unassuming. A simple concrete opening, shrouded in overgrown brush or tucked behind a forgotten building. To the world above, it is nothing more than infrastructure, a piece of the urban machine. But to those who know, it is a threshold. Stepping from the blinding desert sun into the cool, perpetual twilight of the tunnels is like entering another realm. The roar of the city fades, replaced by a profound silence. Here, the air is heavy and still, carrying the scent of damp earth and slow-moving water. Sounds behave differently down here. A distant drip of water echoes like a drumbeat, marking the slow passage of time. The rumble of a truck passing on a freeway overhead is a low, guttural growl, a reminder of the other world. The wind, when it finds its way into these channels, whispers strange melodies as it moves through the concrete canyons. This is a place of echoes. Echoes of the city above, and echoes of the lives lived within these walls. It is a world built from concrete and steel, yet it feels strangely organic, ancient, like a natural cave system. This subterranean world offers a strange kind of sanctuary. It provides shelter from the punishing extremes of the desert climate. The sun cannot bake the ground here. The winter wind cannot cut so deep. It offers a refuge from the constant gaze of the world above, a place to be invisible in a city that demands to be seen. But this sanctuary is a fragile one. It is a world that exists on the edge of danger, where the threat of a sudden flood is a constant, terrifying possibility. Life here is a gamble, just like in the casinos far above. To survive here requires a different set of skills. Not the skills of the card table, but of adaptation. The creatures of the desert have long known how to make a home in harsh environments, and so too have the people who live in these tunnels. They are masters of resourcefulness. A discarded shopping cart becomes a vehicle for moving possessions. A broken piece of furniture becomes a makeshift bed. A collection of plastic bottles becomes a barrier against the damp ground. Every object is assessed for its potential, its use in the daily struggle for comfort and survival. Life follows a different rhythm below. The rising and setting of the sun are marked not by a changing sky, but by the shifting patterns of light at the tunnel's entrance. The day is structured around necessity. The search for food, the quest for clean water, the maintenance of one's small, personal space. These are the tasks that fill the hours. There is a quiet industry here. People work to create a semblance of home in the most unlikely of places. A small shelf is carved into the dirt wall. A collection of books is carefully wrapped in plastic. A faded photograph is taped to the cold concrete. These are not just empty spaces. They are territories with unspoken rules and boundaries. A particular section of tunnel might be one person's home, respected by others who live nearby. A sense of community, though fragile, often forms in these hidden spaces. People look out for one another. They share information about where to find food or a safe place to sleep. They warn each other when danger is near, whether it be a coming storm or a less predictable human threat. It is a society with its own structure, invisible to the world above. But the challenges are immense. The lack of sanitation is a constant threat to health. The darkness and dampness can wear on the spirit. The ever-present risk of the tunnel's flooding is a weight on the mind. A distant rumble of thunder can signal the need to abandon everything and flee to higher ground. And then there is the isolation. Despite the presence of others, a profound sense of being cut off from the world can set in. The city of lights, so close, can feel like it is on another planet. It is a life of resilience, but it is a life lived on the very edge. Every surface in these tunnels tells a story. The walls are a vast, evolving canvas of graffiti. Some of it is art. Elaborate murals of color and form that bring a startling beauty to the darkness. They are bursts of creativity in a place defined by shadow. Other markings are more personal, a name, a date, a message to a loved one. These are the etchings of people asserting their existence, declaring to the world, or maybe just to themselves, I was here. I mattered. They are human marks, left against the indifferent concrete. The stories of how people arrived here are as varied as the individuals themselves. There is no single path that leads to the tunnels. For some, it was a run of bad luck in the casinos, a gamble that went wrong. For others, it was the loss of a job, a sudden illness, or a family that fell apart. Many are veterans, their battles on foreign soil replaced by a different kind of struggle on the streets of their own country. These are not faceless statistics. They are people who once had homes, jobs, families. They are a reflection of a society where the safety net has worn thin. Listening to their voices, you hear the echoes of a life before. A man speaks of the construction business he once owned, his hands still strong and capable. A woman remembers her children, her voice soft with a pain that never fades. They speak of the simple things they miss most. A warm bed, a hot shower, the ability to cook a meal in their own kitchen. These are not grand dreams of wealth, but humble longings for the dignity of a normal life. Their stories are a powerful testament to the fragility of security in the modern world. Hope is a complicated currency in this subterranean world. It can be a source of strength, the belief that things will one day be different. But it can also be a source of pain, a constant reminder of what has been lost. Many have learned to temper their hope, to focus on the immediate future. Surviving the day, finding the next meal, staying safe through the night. Yet, even in the darkest of places, the human spirit finds ways to endure. A shared joke, a moment of kindness, the simple act of helping a neighbor. These are the small flames that flicker in the deep darkness. The city is not the only thing that encroaches on the desert. The desert, in its own quiet way, pushes back. Life finds a way, even in the most inhospitable of places. At the edges of the city, where the sprawl meets the wilderness, a different kind of resident makes its home. A coyote, its fur the color of dust and twilight, slips through the shadows of a suburban street. Its movements are silent, precise. It is an ancient hunter, now navigating a world of fences and asphalt, its territory redrawn by human hands. Wildlife adapts. A flock of quail, their tiny top knots bobbing, scurries across a manicured golf course. A startling intrusion of wildness in a place of artificial green. A roadrunner, a blur of motion, darts across a sun-baked road, a living relic of the desert that was here before the concrete. These creatures move through the city's periphery, often unseen. They are gentle intruders, reminders that this glittering metropolis is built upon a living, breathing ecosystem. They navigate the boundaries between the natural and the man-made worlds. Their presence is a quiet commentary. They seek the same things as all living creatures: food, water, and shelter. They are drawn to the city's oases, the artificial springs of sprinklers and pools, and to the refuse it leaves behind. In the flood channels, where humans have sought refuge, so too do these animals. A spider spins its intricate web in the corner of a concrete tunnel, a masterpiece of engineering. A small lizard skitters across a sun-warmed wall. They are cohabitants of this shadow world, living alongside the human occupants in a silent, unspoken truce. Observing them, one sees a lesson in resilience. They do not mourn the desert that was. They simply live in the world that is. They adapt their behaviors, change their hunting grounds, and find new ways to survive in this altered landscape. They are a testament to the tenacity of life. Their silent passage through the fringes of the city is a poignant sight. It highlights the stark contrast between the relentless, noisy ambition of the human world and the quiet, persistent, and enduring power of the natural one. Las Vegas is a city of two souls, forever locked in a dance of light and shadow. One soul is the face it shows the world, a brilliant, dazzling spectacle of endless possibility. It is the city of dreams, of towering fountains that dance to music, of shows that defy the imagination, of fortunes won on the turn of a card. It is a carefully constructed fantasy, designed to captivate and to mesmerize. It promises that anyone can be a king or a queen, if only for a night. This is the soul that powers the city, that draws millions into its bright embrace. The other soul is quieter, more hidden. It lives in the places the postcards never show. It resides in the long shadows cast by the mega resorts. It breathes in the cool, damp air of the storm drains. This is the soul of survival, of resilience in the face of hardship. It is the story of those who have been left behind by the very dream the city sells. This soul does not glitter, but it has a depth and a strength that the bright lights cannot replicate. It is a testament to the endurance of the human spirit when stripped of everything but the will to live. To truly understand this place, one must see both. To only see the lights is to be blind to half the story. To only see the shadows is to miss the powerful allure that created them. The two are inseparable. The wealth that builds the magnificent casinos, is connected to the poverty that pushes people into the tunnels. They are two sides of the same coin, spun in the desert air. The city's immense energy creates both incredible success and devastating failure. It is a paradox, a place of stunning beauty and profound sorrow, often existing in the very same frame. And so, we are left to reflect. What does it mean to build a paradise in the desert? What is the cost of such a brilliant dream? The city itself offers no easy answers. It simply continues its relentless pulse, a beacon of light in the vast darkness. But perhaps by looking into its shadows, by listening to the stories whispered in the concrete tunnels, we can find a deeper understanding, not just of this city, but of ourselves. It is a call to empathy, a reminder that beneath the surface of any great spectacle, there are human stories that deserve to be seen and heard.